me see if I get more light like this. All right. It looks way better. I'm going to wait for a few of y'all to come on. I don't know if you're getting the notifications. But Grand Rising, everybody. I want to congratulate you today on a beautiful, beautiful day. So, this is good. Oh, wow. It's good. I'd like to congratulate all y'all on a beautiful day today. You're going to do phenomenal. One of you is going to find a $100 bill. I'm speaking that. And you're going to need it. It's going to be someplace that you wouldn't even expect it for it to be. Anyway. So, guys. Did you say, Gotti? You say you're nervous? Don't be nervous. It's going to be okay. So, let's talk about yesterday's sessions. Yesterday's sessions were somewhat quite intense. And some are very, and day before yesterday as well. But I got a lot of questions from people coming in my inbox. They were like, I'm really upset. They're like, what is this? What is this? I'm confused now. What is this about? People die, people killing people, and it being good, and her. What is it about? Her soul fragment. How could she go back to not Texas? Is it Texas? Yeah. Could you go back to Mexico and find that person? And first, I want to address that first one. We're gonna get back to that Vibro X. Vibro X. No way in no form am I or anybody else endorsing killing anybody or killing people being good. No, of course not. I'm trying to give you an understanding of why certain things take place. Now, in her experience, this is Winter Williams' session yesterday. She was being attacked by this man who became obsessed with her. Apparently, that man killed her many times over in previous lifetimes. Okay. She was defending herself because he came at her with a knife. Somehow, the knife came out of his hands, and she stabbed him 5 times. He died. She was supposed to release the guilt because she carried that guilt so hard in her soul. Even though she was defending herself. It was either him or her. She should not carry that guilt. But she did carry it with her. And it stayed with her to the point where she wasn't eating, sleeping, or doing anything. So she thought that the best thing to do was to go to a witch doctor. And the witch doctor told her, didn't give her any idea of what the repercussions was after doing that magic ritual. To the point where she couldn't remember anything from childhood. If you tell her or if she did something 2 years ago, she would not remember it. No way, in no form, fashion is Astro Einstein or the experience that she had is endorsing that killing somebody and not being guilty for it is good or bad. In her instance, she was placed in a corner to either live or die. Okay? To live or die. So please, don't get confused. Another thing is people don't understand that good and bad are very subjective. So let's just say the Chinese, I'm just saying, or Russia, comes to attack the United States of America and kill all of its inhabitants. And then the army says, no, the F way. We are defending and we will kill anybody who comes to try to kill us. It's called war. And as much as we love peace, as much as we try to say peace, no killing, no friction, just war, just stand there and just die, let everybody kill. You have to understand that some people are going to die if that was the case. And that army would say, you know what, I'm justified because I defended my country. And that person was trying to take my country. You okay with that though, right? See, good and bad is very subjective based upon who's looking at it. See, we could justify killing all we want, be like, you know what, that's he tried to kill it. But when it's somebody else's experience, we can't sit in their shoe because we can't relate to it. Earth is a school. Death is a way of it. Death is a part of this school's journey because you transition from lifetime to lifetime, whether it be on this earth or another planet. Who's to say what's good or bad? That's all the point I was trying to make. That was one of the. I agree, Goddess, checkmate, and it's hard for that concept to be swallowed. It's because we still, a lot of people who are in the spiritual community still, and it's okay, it's all right, because they're different stages of the souls, right? However, I can't believe I had the mic on the ground all that time. However, until you understand the oneness of both of those, you're going to always feel friction. Always. Until you really grasp that concept, your life will never, ever be just smooth. And when I say that, I'm not saying that once you get the concept that you won't experience friction. It just won't be as hard as you think. It's going to be like water off a duck's back. So, if the people who came in my inbox, I hope I answered your question. Because we seem to be okay with certain things when it fits our own objective. But when it's somebody else's experience, we tend to frown upon it. I don't understand that. All right, so I'm gonna scroll up. Um, Also, with Apple Science, thank you for that. Let's take a look. So the question is, did I know that I was the chosen one? You know, no matter how much you hear it or know it, from it pouring out from somebody else, it's always it always is. I was not, that was me shedding tears at that moment was me being grateful, showing gratitude, pouring of joy. It wasn't a moment of shock. It was just a moment of, I am totally honored and grateful for this journey. That's all it was. So that's all it is. When you know something, and then when you don't really broadcast it, you don't be like, yo, I'm this. No, hell to no. I'm regular like y'all. I'm regular God. I'm a regular God like y'all, like every single one of y'all. It's just that the soul that resides in this avatar put in a lot of work in different lifetimes. Always steadfast on the goal. And this is what I'm trying to get each one of y'all to experience. To know that to stay on your purpose is important. So, like I'm on it, we're all going to be the same. When I'm done with every one of y'all, I will be very, very, what's the word I want to use? I want to make myself as unnecessary as possible, to the point where there'll be a million Astros, a trillion, whatever, where I just fade in the background and everybody else just step up, and I'd be like, and then I'm going to transition from this world. I'm not here forever. But I won't tell you when, because I don't want anybody to be so, oh, he's saying this, he's going to, no, I don't want you worried about that. I don't want you counting the years either. So I never tell anybody that. I've been asked that question. Since you know all this stuff and you know about you know when people, but people's charts, and do you know when you're going to, and I say, yeah, of course. Of course I know. So, okay, so Marilyn Merchant asks, what happens to people who sell their soul in this lifetime? You don't really sell your soul. Selling is an earthbound concept. What you're doing is you're actually attaching an energy to you. So that's an attachment. This could be also a possession. And this could be from a lower vibrational energy. You're not selling your soul. Your soul cannot be sold. There's no merchant, no person selling your soul. What you're doing is you're making a contract with a lower vibrational being in order to achieve wealth and I should say exterior power. So you're giving up your internal power to receive external power, which makes absolutely no sense. Because by tapping into your inner power, you could then maneuver the external. But people are so impatient. They want it now without putting in the work. And that's what it is. You don't sell your soul. You form a contract with a negative vibrational being, and they attach to you. almost like sticking deep claws inside of you. See, your aura, once it's broken, or has a crack, there could be attachment that are weak and what have you. But when you make that attachment, that being, that energy sits in your body, shares your consciousness, and becomes a fragment of you. Basically, you become a puppet, yes. Y'all, and listen, God and goddesses, yesterday, one of my childhood famous rapper died. And in some of his songs, he would tell you, I sold my soul to the devil, but the price was cheap. I know it's cold on the level, but it's twice as deep, but you don't hear me. You really think that he was going to live until he was 90 years old? Do you really think so? Oh, y'all thought he was joking when he said that. But he tried to escape straight through. I know I did it. I know I did it. And he tried to escape. He could hear voices in his head, so he tried to escape continuously. Right, Sackman. So, oh, you it takes major work to release that fragment of that negative vibrational being from you. Oh, that takes some work. That's a downward spiral. I agree, Shalonda Davis. So, but like I was explaining about that session, and then it was a session of Jesse with his experience, where he because most of my sessions didn't really come online. He, you know, has his relationship with his daughter where he wants to be more with his daughter, like spend more time with her. And his in his mind, he feels as if he's failing her, and I sympathize with him. He is a phenomenal being. He is, you know, I love his energy, and partly because we spent so many lifetimes together. But and I never reveal a whole lot to him. It made a whole lot of sense. And as you do your session, it's going to make a whole lot of sense to you too. The more you do these sessions, the more you become wide awake. Because then you start to trust what you sense and feel and believe and know more every single time. It's just like starting to tie your laces. You're not very sure about it until you do it once or twice. And then you start doing all kind of tricks, putting your leg up in the air, doing the tie, your lacing like, and then you start doing it behind the back. All of that, you know, once you start to do something repetitively, it becomes easier. And like I said, I'm going to make a way. I should say the character, the role I play in this lifetime is going to make a way to have people that are aligned with me so we can do this more often. Change this whole phase of this physical avatar, the melanated people. That's one of the missions that I'm here to do. Not necessarily just for everybody, because I am very much in the belief that the soul has no color. However, the character and the role you play in the lifetime that you're in is very important too as well. Now you'd realize that there are mostly melanated people on my lives. There are some Caucasians on my lives as well who watch. You have no idea they're watching, and I applaud them. They're tapping into their universal consciousness, their oneness of knowing fully well that you know we are all souls. However, the role I play in this lifetime is to raise the vibration of this skin tone right here. Too long we have been enslaved by religion. Too long we have been kept aback. And because they know exactly how powerful the physical avatar of a black species is. Do you want to know why? Let me give you an extraterrestrial understanding of it. The physical avatar, Homo sapiens, or I should say Homo erectus, one of the first original prototypes of the human species. They were a direct connection, DNA, to the Anunnakis, an alien race. What I'm talking about, exponential, extraordinary abilities. They were bigger, stronger, faster. And they were the first physical race on this earth. But I don't want you to take that as I am superior, or we are, or the black people are superior. Because every single race is like a brand of a different subrace, making them like a brand. The Asians, Mexicans, Caucasians, and even there's sub brands of the Caucasian race, and there are sub brands of the black race. Oh yeah, I said it. So I'm saying that to say this. We are all here to learn who we are as souls. However, to also elevate from an earthly experience, from a earth school experience, to elevate the black and melanated races. This could be Latino, Mexican, any race that has been subjected to the superiority and the elitism of this earth. To understand that you are powerful, not subjugated to the 1% and what they want you to be. See, these are some of the reasons why I won't be here that long. But I know that. And I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay with that. When your mission is served, time to go. So do you guys have any questions about anything at all? Let me scroll up. See that? $102 times two. Speak it. All right. Knowledge seeker. I would love to be a professional astrologer for others, but I'm still a teacher in my daily grind, so it helps. You gonna get there. Yes, our melanated kings and queens need you. I had a right. Yes. So the question was, do cosmic souls get a discount on the classes? Yes, you do. You do get discount on the classes. As a cosmic soul, you get 30% off of the classes. 30%. Any books you recommend for people starting their spiritual journey? There are different people who, when you start, most people start from conspiracies, debunking conspiracies or checking out conspiracies. That's one. You could come from the angle of the soul, wanting to learn what the soul is. There are many different ones. The Celestian Prophecy is one. You got Brian Weiss, Many Lives, Many Masters. You have Dr. Michael Newton, The Journey of the Soul. Um, there are many ones that are connected to the soul perspective. I would suggest those to you if you are looking to know more and more about it. So Monday is the first day. Yeah, well, if you didn't get added into the to the Facebook group, because you'll get that information from there. Shackmat. Is it possible to go into PLR or quantum healing for answers? Answers one thing and come out with a whole different answer for something. Of course. Yes, definitely. It happens a lot, a lot of times. Thank you for bringing awareness. Always felt different about life. I just didn't know what it was. All right, Korean. All right. How long is the beginning classes? It's 40 classes. It's 40 classes. Do you recommend any other healers to your views? Since you mentioned you're here to teach others how to do what you do you recommend any other healers to your views, to your viewers? Well, I don't know much people who do what I do. If they are, they're probably just starting out, and I won't have the ability to say that I could recommend them if I've never seen their work and I've never seen anybody. And this is not saying this as a bragging perspective. I literally go looking and I have not seen anybody do what I do other than people that are of the Caucasian race, which is into, quantum healing and that sort of thing as well. So I can't recommend anybody who I don't know. And if they reach out to me, I'd be cool to get to know them or what have you. But there is something about Black people sometimes when it comes to thinking that you're a competition as opposed to working with each other. And this is how we pull each other down, because you have people who will be like, yes, and pushing themselves out there instead of coming and talking with me, and we're collaborating and we can work together. I had a young lady on Facebook. She would never come in my inbox, but she'd be on my posts. Yes, because so and so and so, and I'm like, what? I feel like she need to come and talk to me. Why she don't? So I could know where her standpoint is, so I could recommend her. So I could say, listen, this person is so and so. So I can have that conversation. So I cannot really recommend anybody who I don't know about at this point in time. How do you truly know when your chakras are aligned? It's just an inner feeling. It You got this feeling of just blissfulness. If I join the Cosmic Souls, do you think that I would be able to catch you in Atlanta next month for regression, considering how long the wait list is, of course? Apple Science, there are a lot of people who are on I can't answer that question because, on a serious note, I have a whole team that handles that sort of thing. I can't assure you, I can't come on this live and assure you that because you be a cosmic soul right now at this very point in time, that you will be placed top of the line, or even how long it will take for you to be even experience a regression whilst I'm in Atlanta. That'd be unfair for me to say without information about that. Uh, but as you can see, it Eternal Sunshine is one of my team members, and you can connect with her, and she will get you the information if that's the case. But I can't answer that. Thank you to Bliss Life. Dominic Jackson, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you as well. Have you ever had a past life regression with someone who made a contract with a negative being? Yeah, yeah. We have a whole on my Facebook. If you're ever my friend on Facebook, or even if you follow us on my Facebook, you realize that we had some of those. So can I guess get a Akashic reading instead? Here's something else. All right, Marilyn. When you met them, can you tell who's supposed to join you? And did you say last night she was one? Can't remember her name. Yeah, she is one. One thing I can say about Bougie Oracle Goddess, she come pouring, and that's why you're so blessed. Thank you, I appreciate you. You come pouring. You be like, here, Astro, this is for you. And for that, you ain't gonna never lack, because you know the energy of reciprocation. And I think that's amazing. I think that's awesome. And that's why you're forever blessed. And that's why you're gonna be bougie. And I appreciate you every single time. I just want you to know that. I started thinking about this life as a game I'm in. How I win is to find out who I am and live out my purpose. Yes, Evelyn, exactly. How do you get about training your children on their journey? Now, my children, my daughter is a part of my team. She is the one who, if you are booking a schedule, she is that friendly person who calls you, says hi, and she got a bubbly spirit just like her dad. She can't even help it, you know. She can't even help but be like bubbly and happy and so and so. And I don't train her. I never forced my beliefs on her or any of my other kids. Never. I let them be who they were meant to be in this lifetime. However, I do study their charts and take a look to see if they are still on their purpose. So, learning your children's chart to be able to stare them and understand them completely without any kind of judgment is the best training you can give to your child. So Cardi Face said, what do I think of Libra Scorpio cusp and the Pisces Aries Cancer Moon cusper? Hmm. That's a lot of functions, but those are standard signs, right? So you know the signs. I don't. That could be four different possibilities. You got to tell me exactly what the energy is exactly. You know, in whole sign house system, you either one or nothing. You're a cusper, but it also gives you a fragment of the other sign. But you gotta give me more than that. You gotta tell me your rising sign. That way I know where your moon is, and you know exactly if your moon is in Libra, or Pisces or Aries, or if your sun is in Libra or Scorpio. You gotta give me more than that. I don't just do sun signs or moon signs. I do placements. Yes, you are, Bougie. Will you sing honest? I love you, Astro. You just so genuine. But I'm going to lose my job messing with. Oh. Yes. Oh, yeah, Korean, I hope I answered your question. How do you know who is supposed to join you? Do you look into their eyes? Is it their energy? It's all of that as well. It's more so a feeling of knowing. With the gift of retrocognition, another gift of mine is knowledge and wisdom. So it's sort of it goes hand in hand with that. You know what I'm saying? So when I look inside people's eyes, I literally see their past life thought. One is connected directly to me. And if I focus hard enough, I can see other past lives. Eloise, you know I can't answer that question. All right. Excited for my PLR. I'm attached, attracted to astrology, and all that I've read is saying higher spiritual learning and helping others. My progress chart, awakening and helping others. I'm getting closer. That's what I'm talking about, Ashley. Okay, so the question what Bougie has is, will I be able to ask a question about my son, whom I allowed to groom his gifts, and see why my mom never spoke to her gifts, of her gifts that she had to have, because myself and two of my sisters have them. Of course. Listen, I can't wait for our session, Bougie. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to meet you in person. I already know that it's going to be amazing. Evelyn Taylor asked the question, how do I distinguish random thoughts versus information being given to me? Okay, good question. Now, once you get past all of the random thinking and you quiet down your mind, from that point on, from that moment of quiet, is when you tip the scale of the right brain where it goes into the intuition. So you have to quiet down the random thoughts. When it becomes quiet for even a million of a second, or even a 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever, and then it starts to gain information again. That is that. And sometimes, even in those random thoughts, there is information that is needed, because the right brain is still talking whilst the left brain is as well. Bougie asked a question. Can you comment on how you felt during the session when you were told that you were the one? It was emotional. Like I said, yes. So it was emotional because, it's always an honor to hear stuff like that. I was filled with gratitude. I was really gratitude hearing that. So I'm always giving gratitude to the universe, to source, to God. I was basically me pouring from my heart as a human being and as a soul. Things get started happening for me, but I'm only getting names. What's going on? Well, it's good that you're even getting names. Good question, Evelyn. Okay, Leah Crawford. I have a healing session and I just found out I'm pregnant. Am I able to see, talk to who my child will be during the session, if that is possible? Yeah, we had somebody who was pregnant did a session with me live when I was in Chicago, and she got to see, who her child's soul is that's coming into her. Um, Okay, so let me see what time is it. What time is it? Okay, battery's low. 9:13. I got some time. Can a person? Okay, so I'm a newbie, and was introduced to Astro by my good friend. I keep asking the question, who am I and where is my bloodline come from? I'm eager to learn. Oh, you just gonna learn all of that. Can a person learn their birth time during a session? Yes. We could go into deep and we could go into the moment that you were born and find your time of birth. Hello, Astro. I was wondering, what could you tell me about myself being Pisces Sun, Cancer Moon, and Ascendant in Aries? Y'all love to play with me, don't you, Latonya? All right. So a Pisces Sun, Cancer Moon, and an Aries rising. That means that you are a double Pisces Moon. And that means that, wait, Pisces Sun, which means that there could possibly be, uh, there could be either an over idealism of the father, or the father could have not been there at all. There's always uh, a, a little bit of both of those. There could be where your father went missing or was not there as emotionally as you would like him to be. There's also the possibility of your father either going to prison or being an escapist, and somebody who was either very spiritual as well. All of these energies are with the Pisces Sun. I have to take a look at your Saturn in order to know the deep depth of your father, if he was either of all of those. Because Saturn also is a placement that is connected to the father. Let's see, because I'm trying to get to the bottom of what you're saying. All right. Okay, and then you have your Cancer Moon, which means that you're a double Cancer Moon. Because as an Aries rising, the moon would be in the fourth house, which is ruled by Cancer. And this means that there's an emotional tie, a string navel attached to the mother. That is, there's an up and down with the relationship of you and your mom. As an Aries rising, um, with Cancer Moon and Ascendant Aries Venus. Oh, so your Venus, wait, so I'm lost. Pisces, Sun, Cancer, Moon, and Ascendant. Oh, so your moon is in the first house, your ascendant is Cancer. We're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do that again because I didn't understand what you were saying first. So now the whole reading changed because I didn't really read it just now. Uh, Peace, blessing, and Astro. I'm excited about my BLR session with you in DC too. Oh, we're gonna have awesome time. Looking forward to seeing you, J Soul. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see ruin-looking symbols and gives those strange-looking maps, but only for seconds. What does that mean? Tiffany Marie. That could mean a whole lot of different things. This could mean that you are being shown by your higher self or your right brain something that you need to know. If you're being shown runes and you haven't studied runes or did it before, try doing it. Try learning it. Try understanding. Maybe you seeing maps because the runes are basically showing you a roadmap to where you're supposed to be going or what you're supposed to be doing. Um, why do I see money when only bullshit comments? Can someone explain what that is? That's because she is sending money. She's blessing me with money, which is pretty cool, and I appreciate her for that. I'm trying to scroll down, guys. Sorry. Uh, oh, that's pretty cool about that dog. Astro, what do you do besides try communicating with someone? But Astro, what do you do besides trying to communicate with someone who seems like they have a complete character from when you first met them. You gotta, I don't understand the question. Sometimes they change. You know what I mean? People change. Hi, Astro, you're an amazing soul. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for saying that. I appreciate you. Unclaimed treasure. I've been quiet in the background for months, but finally courageous to ask about myself. Capricorn Sun, Taurus, Moon, Aquarius rising. All right, I gotta let you down. You already put me on the spot. Um, okay, so let's just say, as a Capricorn Sun, Taurus, Moon, the first thing to look at, the most important thing is the rising sign. That tells you where the planets will fall. And if you're Aquarius rising, that means that your sun is in the 12th house, which makes you very spiritual in essence. It also makes you an empath. You can feel people's emotions. That's what that naturally and normally means. Whenever there's a 12th house sun, you could either be very super spiritual or an escapist. But also come off as being, even though you're Capricorn sun, as somebody who could be gullible or vulnerable in some way. There could be a possibility that you, as a Aquarius rising, don't really like people touching you at first. You have to warm up the people, and you could come off as being sociable, but not necessarily so, because your sun sign is in the 12th house, and that's the house of hidden things. It's also, like I say, the house of dreams. So you are a dreamer, and you're able to actually to gain information through dreams, and also as an empath. Taurus moon, that will place your moon in the fourth house, and that means that you are also, your mom would have done a very good job of trying to make sure that your home, that you were financially stable. Taurus moon is a placement of people who mother would have done their best financially to make sure that your life was stable. And even though that's the case in the fourth house, it also means that your mom, you and your relationship with your mother, has a sort of an up and down. Okay. Also could be, but your father could be, I don't know, an over idealism of the father. Hey Astro, I'm working, but wanted to ask, is it best to say I give gratitude to spirit and universe than to say thank you to spirit? I heard they view it as a cuss word in the spirit world. Crazy, huh? I don't know. I told you that. I don't. I've never heard that. And I be delving in the spirit world more than most people. Um, does everyone's counsel look the same? Are the energy light, or do they take on a form? Was the family seeing? Are they tall beings? And what do the family members look like? Are they energy? That varies from person to person. Um, and everybody doesn't have the same counsel. Everybody have, different counsel. You choose your counsel out of your soul tribe, or people that you, souls that you admire and want to, or you basically choose all of that. Some it shows as physical beings, some as energy light. Like I said, it's according to that person. It's never the same. And family members, they may sense and feel their energy and also see them. It's according to the development of your gifts. I do over idealize him. He was a pastor. Oh, see, that's just a small example. I have these things happen often. No problem at all. Uh, Aries Hill, hey, welcome to Astro, Einstein, or I should say Astro community. Their online classes. All the classes are online. I feel everything so deeply: love, pain, happiness. I also feel their pain when others hurt. It's weird. I'm excited to find out what the source of this empathy is. On my QH. See you in Miami, Astro. Definitely. Can't wait, KP. Um, all right. So, Fuji, my mother and father who passed came to a medium. She was able to see them. They gave her messages for me. I'm on the fence of believing her. Can you show me how to communicate with them myself? So, yes, believe it or not, there is an old way of doing it. And I'm going to teach you this because somebody taught me this when I was a child. Because when I was 17, 16, going on 17, my father died. And my gifts would have disappeared from when I was a child until I was like 20 something. And I was told to write a letter to my father. Don't dot no I's, don't cross no T's. Put underneath my bed and make the intention before I go to bed at night every single time to communicate with my father. And he showed up, not the first day, but 2 days later. I communicated with me. Writing a letter, not dotting any I's or crossing any T's. Address it to that person. Place it underneath your pillow, whether it be the first day, second day, third day, whatever. They will eventually come. Pisces sun, Pisces moon, sun, Pisces moon, Cancer rising, Pisces sun, oh, moon, Cancer, Taurus rising. Oh, why do I feel so disconnected from family? I don't feel human. That could go way more beyond your rising sun and moon time. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm about to hop off. Let me see if I've heard that. Another person's Akashic record. Sky Blue asked the question. I've read to access a person's Akashic records, you need permission first. Is there any truth to that? There is some truth to that as well. If you have access, if you have, I should say, soul access, if you want to use that term, if you put in the work to access, it's just like going on a job. And hate to say it, you don't want to say it like this, but if you're the janitor of a CEO corporation, there's possibility that you could only have access to certain things. I wouldn't even say janitor because the janitor will have opportunity to have access to everything, even though they don't have the fortitude to do the work as the CEO and all those other people. We'll say uh, the repairman, not even that, the clerk. The clerk won't have access to all of the floors of the building because they got to put in that work. They got to really, really know their boss or their business or the company they work for. And it's the same way with the Akashic realm. But everybody has access to the Akashic realm. Everybody has access. Sometimes you get information without you even trying in a dream. That's an Akashic record, tapping into Akashic records. When you get a dream about somebody and their information, you pass it on to them. They may not have capabilities of doing it themselves. I've heard people say that about the permission. If it is an experience that needs to be experienced without you interfering, then you will not have access to that information. But to say, get permission to go into the Akashic records, we are all one. See, once you live in the energy of oneness as opposed to separation, see, we are of the illusion that we are separate beings. And once you live in that separateness, you won't have access. So if you, both of you living in that oneness, in that separated narrative, then you will need access. You need to get access from that person. Have you tried Mambo Sauce, Astro? Do you know about cocoa music? If not, I'll make sure you do when I see you in DC. I've never had Mambo Sauce, neither go-go music. And thank you. It is possible to read your own records. In my community, I I post books to help people. I don't know if nobody tell y'all this, but in my in our community, full moon manifestations group, we post books. I post books every other day, so you can learn to tap in your own gifts. Like I literally just like, here, you don't need me. Here it is. Read this. This is so and so. Learn this. Study this. I do that to make sure. All right. See that? Peace and peace. Y'all two have the same sun, moon, and rising. That's pretty cool. Listen, Shani Mitchell, I appreciate Chanley, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Bougie, thank you very much. I really appreciate you for pouring into me. I appreciate you for that. Can't wait to meet you so I can pour into you. All right. Now, is that Astro okay? So Ari, I can't ride past you. Y'all are my y'all's my naughty corner crew. I call y'all my naughty corner crew. Ari. Okay. So uh Fatia asks, how can I get better visions when I visit my Akashic records? Trusting what you're sensing and feeling first. Sensing, feeling, believing, knowing. The seeing comes after the visions, comes after you trust, believe what you're sensing and feeling. All right. You got to continue doing that, and then the visions will come clearly all the time after that. So Ari asks, I am a physical empath. I am a physical empath, but I have no clue what I should with this type of abilities. I literally feel everyone's pain, even in this chat. What can I do with this? Please, first off, that means you're open to being channeled. You're a channel. And that also means that you need to create a psychic bubble. A psychic bubble is where you close your eyes and visualize as if a clear, translucent bubble is engulfing you. And that clear, translucent bubble will only absorb certain amount of energy so that you don't absorb the energy so much where it becomes overwhelming. You have to visualize that. You have to create that in your mind, and you won't feel all of that over emotionalism of other people. All right. Marilyn Merchant, definitely for sure. Alicia Sanda, you said, watch all your videos yesterday. Your gift is a blessing for all of us. Are you coming to the UK or Europe? Yes, I'm coming to Europe. I'm coming to the UK. It's gonna be like in the winter time, but I'm coming. All right. Just know fully well that I'm going to be there. All right, guys. Let me see you this next. Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Treasure. Appreciate you for that. Y'all, I gotta go because I got my 10 o'clock probably downstairs. Oh, wait. What you say? I'm taking your astrology classes. Thank you for helping. Hell, I may not even have real gifts. Do you think it's just my curiosity and I just call them gifts? I know you have insight. Yeah, you gifted. Chickenfoot. You gifted. You ever got originate about that. Nah, I just tell you that for your ears. Okay. So Jack said, I've been trying to book a past life regression session with you, but it seems that you're booked for a while. Is there any other way, or are you done booking for the year? No, I will probably do another tour, a short tour, a 2 month tour, after I've trained my affiliates. Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much for that. All right. Priestess Moonstorm, I appreciate you. Thank you. Um, what do you say, Aries Hill? Aries Hill? Yeah, upstate New York is a little cold. I'm gonna try if I have that much people there. Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all be safe, man. Yeah, I'm coming to Texas. I'm coming actually to Dallas after Las Vegas. All right. Y'all be safe. I'm coming. I'm going to be live. You're gonna see another one at 10 a.m. It's gonna be Arthur Jean, and she's a gifted one as well. The sister of the one that was on yesterday. They came and did it twice. It was like, you know what? I want to do it again, and they came again. I can't even say nothing. I was appreciative of them coming in and deciding on doing it again. It just goes to show that when you're doing something that's genuine and people appreciate it and they want to do it again. All right, guys, y'all be safe. I love you. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with me. I appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next live. Another one.